Hello and welcome to Introduction to Psychology. I wanted to start by giving you a little orientation to our Moodle page and what our class will entail to get you started on the right track. So to start with, this is our Moodle page. It's organized by week, but the first section, start here in general information, covers all the basics that you'll need throughout the course, so you'll want to check back with this frequently. You should read the general guidelines and tips and pointers and familiarize yourself with them. Also, if you have questions at any point during the course, I have a forum right here that's for questions and answers among students. So I encourage you to ask and answer questions here, and I'll give you extra credit for participating either through posting questions or answering them. And I'll also monitor this to answer any questions. After that, we have everything organized by week. Throughout the week, you'll be working your way through the section, and I have it organized within week by the different chapters, but we'll come back to that in a minute. Going back to our general information, I also want to make sure that you review these two important documents. The syllabus, first and foremost, is really important. This is what the syllabus looks like. I'm going to go over it generally here, but you should also read it more carefully on your own. So I've got my contact information up here. Email is the best way to contact me, and I'll respond to your emails during the week within 24 hours. It might take me longer, and I may not respond on weekends, so be aware of that because all of your assignments are due Sunday night. If you wait until Saturday night to email me, I won't necessarily be able to help you. So please make sure to look at all of your assignments and start doing the work during the week so you have time to contact me if you have questions. The syllabus also has the course description and goals, as well as our textbook information. Now just note that we have a lot of material to cover in a short period of time. When you look at the total class time during fall and spring, a 5-week summer course should take about 9 hours per week. So be aware that this is a substantial time commitment. There's 3 big things that you can do to help yourself do well. So first, stay on top of the material. Read the textbook and review the PowerPoints and other materials, and do those things early and often. Next, do the discussion forums and assignments. The assignments are designed to help you understand the material, so please be sure to do them for your own benefit, and they're also a big part of your grade. Finally, ask questions early and often. Ask me questions earlier in the week, or if you have questions later on, use the forum I showed you to get help from your fellow students. In terms of evaluation, 40% of your grade is assignments. You have 2 assignments per week, which are due on Sunday at 11:55, unless otherwise noted. The big exception to this is the last week of class. Our classes actually end on Thursday. So all of your week 5 assignments are due Thursday at 11:55 p.m. instead. Make a note of this so you don't forget. The other part of your grade is tests, which are 60% of your grade. There's 1 test for each chapter covered, which makes 11 tests total. You can only take each test once, and each test will be 20 multiple choice questions, and you'll have 25 minutes. All of the tests, again, are due on Sunday at 11:55, with the exception of that last week. And note that tests cover the reading and the video and any additional materials that I post on Moodle. Please also make sure to familiarize yourself with the grading scheme, assignment, attendance policies, discussion expectations, and so on. Okay, if we go back to our Moodle page, the second really important document on here is the course schedule. The course schedule looks like this, and I've broken it down by week, and then within week by chapter, and this essentially parallels what is on Moodle. So it tells you exactly what you need to do every week, and I'd encourage you to print this off and put a little check mark beside things when you finish them. So you can see this is a list of what you need to finish in our first week. I'll show you that on Moodle as well. Here are all of the assignments for the first week. To start with, I've got some introductory assignments. I've got a forum that I'd like you to post to introduce yourself to everyone. And you'll also need to respond to at least one other person's posts. You've also got a syllabus quiz to make sure you've read the syllabus and really understand it. And then some learning style tips. So when you look at the schedule, what you'll want to do is check off once you've watched this video, once you've introduced yourself, and once you've done the syllabus quiz. do those things, and then check them off. After that, we'll jump right into chapter 1. So you'll start by reading the chapter. Then I have an outline, which is a basic outline of the big terms that you need to know. What you should do is look at that and expand it based on what you've learned from the book. Add in definitions, add in examples, use this as kind of a study guide for what you should really know well. Then I've got a video example of experimental design and another one that describes the case of Clever Hans, which is a great example of the importance of critical thinking and scientific method. Next, for your assignment, you've got a correlations and experiments worksheet. For this assignment, what you're going to need to do is open and download the Word document and save it somewhere where you can find it. And so this is what the correlations and experiments worksheets look like. For the first half, for the correlations half, this is a guess, so there's no right or wrong answer as long as it's in the range of possible correlations, where you're going to guess at the direction and strength of the association between, for example, alcohol consumption and grade point average. So you're taking your best guess. How closely and in what direction do you think these things are related? For the experiments, you're going to identify the independent and dependent variable for each of the experiments described above. So once you've completed that, you're going to save your worksheet somewhere on your computer where you can find it. And then you'll go to this assignment and you'll need to add a submission and upload it. And then finally, you'll have the chapter 1 test. The second chapter we're covering for this week is chapter 5. And note that we're going to skip around a little bit in the first few weeks of classes, so please pay attention to what chapter you should be on. Again, you'll read the chapter and look at the outline and fill it in. I've got several videos here that are examples of different types of learning, and I'd like you to watch them and identify the important aspects of the examples. And also, once you've watched them, I actually have the answers posted here so you can check yourself. Sometimes these are kind of tricky concepts, so these are, I've got kind of lots of examples to give you kind of a sense of what kinds of questions I will ask you. And your assignment for this chapter is actually more practice on this, identifying the important components in examples. So once you've done the assignment, you've looked at all of these examples, you've done the assignments, you'll take the chapter 5 test, and you'll be done for the week. So that's the basic structure of how the class will work. If you have any questions, please contact me via email, and I look forward to hearing from you and reading your introductions in the Introduce Yourself forum.